Hey guys, in this episode of Ansa's Cookbook, I am going to show you the recipe of basic sponge cake. For this recipe, firstly take 4 eggs and separate the yolks and the egg whites using a spoon or a ladle and take the egg whites in a separate bowl. Now we need to whisk the egg whites using a hand blender or a whisker. Do not use a mixer blender jar in this step. Instead of a hand blender, you can also use a whisker. If you are using a hand blender, use it on a medium speed. It just takes 2 to 3 minutes to finish this step. This step defines the texture of your cake, and if you do this step perfectly, your cake will come out spongy and soft. For this recipe, we will need half a cup of powdered sugar. Add 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar from the half cup into this egg whites once this looks creamy and white like this. Make sure you do not add the sugar too early. Add only after the egg whites become double the size in the bowl and looks creamy and white. Do not add all the sugar now, only add 2 tablespoons of sugar and whisk it really well. Once this is well combined, keep it aside and we will prepare the wet ingredients. Before that, make sure this looks like this to make a perfect cake. Now we will add remaining powdered sugar from the half cup of sugar to the egg yolks and give it a good mix. You can add all the remaining powdered sugar at once and mix this really well using a spoon or a whisker. Once this is well combined, add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence and 2 tablespoons of oil. Instead of oil, you can also use melted butter. I prefer oil as oil gives extra moisture to the cake. Please make sure to be precise while adding oil. Do not add more than 2 tablespoons of oil as we want the cake to be spongy and soft. Now we will add the wet ingredients to the egg whites and whisk it really well. As the wet ingredients are heavier than the egg whites, they flow down to the bottom of the bowl immediately after adding, so mix it carefully and make sure everything is well combined. Now we will take 1 cup of maida or plain flour and half a teaspoon of baking powder. Shift this before adding to the wet ingredients. Now add this gradually to the prepared mix and mix it carefully to prepare the batter. Carefully mix this in cut and fold method and do not whisk it vigorously. Make sure to mix this only in one direction so that you do not disturb the air bubbles in the batter and the cake turns out fluffy. Do not add all the flour at once as we do not want the lumps in the batter. Once the batter is ready, take a cake tin or any aluminium mold, add a butter paper or you can grease it with some oil and flour and add the batter to the mold. Please make sure you do not add the batter up to the brim of the cake tin or the mold and tap the cake tin after adding the batter to remove any large air bubbles in this. Take a large karai or a pan and place a stand or a small plate in this. Cover it and preheat for 10 to 12 minutes on high flame. Once this is ready, we will place the cake tin in the kadai and make sure the sides of the cake tin do not touch the sides of the kadai. Cover the lid and bake for 25 to 30 minutes on a medium flame. Make sure the flame is on medium as we don't want to burn the cake. After 25 minutes, use a toothpick or a skewer and check if the cake is completely done. If no batter sticks to the toothpick, remove the cake tin and let it cool down. Separate the edges using a spatula or a knife, flip it and take out the cake in a plate. Give this recipe a try guys and like the video if you like it. Do not forget to subscribe for easy and perfect recipes every day. Comment your views on the recipe and suggestions in the comment section. Thank you for watching guys. Take care. Happy cooking.